Hello, everyone.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Flo and I are actually very glad that we are here tonight, and then we'll be able to share some information about understanding the types of property in Sabah. Yes, Sabah. The uniqueness of Sabah is land below the wind. Correct?
Yeah, and the last I checked, we have more than 32 ethnics in Sabah.
Imagine that, 32 ethnics, and then we are one of those.
Which ethnic you belongs to?
We actually belongs to an ethnic called Kadazan, and then we are Sino Kadazan. I am Sino Kadazan as well. So
I am pure
yeah.
Kadazan Dusun.
And then on the 30th and 31st of May, we're actually having a harvest festival, isn't it? On this special moment, this special day, and then we usually greet ourselves or greet each other with
Kotobian Tadao Tagazo Do Kaamatan.
Yes. So, it's a very special festival for all of us here in Sabah as well. So come and join us if you want to know more. Put some comment there, and then we'll be able to share some information with you about our Harvest Festival on the 31st. We might not be able to share it now, but we'll be able to PM you and then share some information if you want to know. For those that are not in Sabah. I'm sure that we have some viewers here from other parts of Malaysia as well.
West Malaysia.
Yes. So today our topic is about understanding the different types of property in Sabah. So we will run through some slides and then we just provide some information. Yeah, so that it's easier for the audience to actually, when they come across their situation, they understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
But before we start with the slides, we have some disclaimer.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So from all the photos and the slides that we have, it's actually, we took it out, from internet. And then if we have any wrongdoing, please forgive us. It's just that we took it out from the internet, some of the information as well. So after that, if we offended anyone, please forgive us at the moment. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Henrita.
Thank you for
joining.
Thank you for joining. Yeah. So first of all, we want to talk about there are actually three types of general.
Four types. Actually.
Four types. Yes. So they are residential, commercial, industrial, and land.
Yeah.
These are the types of property that most of us will come across. And then these are the type of properties that all of us would actually have some experience as well. Yeah. We just want to share some example as well on this type of property so that you have a better understanding. Actually, our whole talk is about understanding,
which means the different types. These four types.
Which means giving some information and some updates and some knowledge as well to our client, to our audiences, not our client.
Hi, Sujan.
Yeah.
Hi, Fia.
Hi. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So we want to start off with residential, where everybody would understand a little bit more. Because everybody live in a house and everybody live in a condominium. So we will start with residential.
Okay. Good evening again. Thank you for everyone for joining us tonight. So first of all, I would like to start with our first common type of property in Sabah and also in Malaysia. Residential properties is basically protected by the Housing Development Act (HDA) to safeguard the interests of property buyers. This includes providing assistance during the disputes between the developers and buyers, protecting the buyer's interests when a development is abandoned, and also setting the rules and regulation when the developer can start charging the interest. Meaning to say that when the purchaser delay in making the payment, when the developer can exactly start to charge the interest. It's not like as they like, but there is rules and regulations stated under the HDA.
So it's like a governing bodies.
Yes.
It's a governing bodies that actually to see whether the developers are in compliance with all the rules and regulation as well, right?
This is only for the residential property. Just to take care of the interests of the buyers out there. So they have ease in mind when they do the booking in property, especially those under project.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the examples of residentials, I think we will show some of the examples of residential so you have a better understanding as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you can see, basically residential property is divided into two, landed and also the high rise. So landed means that you can see like mansion or bungalow, zero lot bungalow, and the terraces, townhouses, and the villa, semi-D.
So those houses, residential, that has a piece of a plot of land.
Yes.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
And the high rise is divided into four: the flat, apartment, condos, and also duplex.
Okay.
Yeah. So mansion is actually mansion and bungalow is has a similarity. It's just that mansion has a bigger land. And when we watch Hollywood movies like that, right? Yeah, you can see those celebrities, they're living in the mansion, which separate them from the outside world. You have to go through a long way to reach that house from the main gate. From the main gate. So that is for me, but personally, that is called mansion.
Like Oprah Winfrey's house.
Yeah,
where or Celine Dion. Did you see Celine Dion's house where you get the pool, you get the slides, and
basically it's
basketball
the land.
court.
The land is very, very huge.
Yes.
Yeah, the land is very huge. Do we have that in KK area? I think we have, but not that much. Yeah, because we cannot see from outside. Mansion normally you cannot see from the main road. Yeah, you have to go very deep inside, then only you reach that mansion itself.
Mostly the mansion is a lot about privacy as well.
Yeah.
So I suppose those high super rich people, they need privacy, security, all these features as well, right? Yeah.
Okay. So the bungalow and zero lot bungalow is actually more or less the same. It's just that the difference still in the size of the land. Yeah, in the size of the land. Later on, I will show you some example of the photos.
Right.
Maybe we can see the photo while I explain to you lah.
Right.
Yeah. So these are the four types. This one are the mansion, the cluster, the bungalow, and zero lot bungalow. As you can see, bungalow is just similar to the mansion. Only the difference is the land size. And zero lot bungalow is also the same explanation. It's just that smaller size of land. That is why normally zero lot bungalow they will build at the end of the land, land at the corner, so that you can have the more space.
Land space.
Yeah. The cluster home is come with a huge build up, but they are literally developed in clusters.
So which means in clusters there's about 4 bungalows or 4 units in one plot of land, right? Yeah.
And then villa. When we talk about villa, right? There is no specific definition. I mean, not definition. It's like no.
I think this is the example on the screen about the mansion.
This one is the mansion.
So and then we go with the next one.
The next one is the bungalow cluster. The next one is the cluster. Yeah, this is the cluster. As you can see, this one is only 2 units, front and back.
Yeah, and then as you can see, so the differences between the mansion and the clusters. This one is like it's not by itself.
Yeah, you have neighbors, a lot of
neighbors. Yeah, you still have the land space, but you still have neighbors. Yeah, in that sense, you'll be able to see each other. Yeah, likewise with the bungalow as well, right?
Yeah, bungalow is the next photo.
Yeah.
See, bungalow is standalone on one piece of land. The land is big, and zero lot bungalow is it also has standalone in one piece of land, but the land is smaller size.
Yeah. So with us sharing all this information, so that when you do have interest in looking at residential for your own home, so these are the few
land.
Correct. These are the few things that you might want to keep in mind as well, right?
Of course, there's a lot of differences in terms of the price.
Yeah.
Because the land is quite expensive here.
In Sabah.
In Sabah, yes. Hi, Patsy. Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next photo will be the villa.
Right.
Yeah. So this actually villa, there is no specific saying that the villa should be this size of land or this size of house. Yeah. So normally villa, they just simply like to call the house as villa.
It's just a name for it.
Yeah, it's just a name.
Right.
Villa is it can be like a bungalow, but you don't call it bungalow, you call it villa.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
But normally people like to name their home, their house, villa, beach villa, whereby the house located next to the seaside. So it's called they call it beach villa house.
Ah,
Yeah. Ooh.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then for the next
For the next one will be the semi-detached and detached. Here we call it semi-D and detached, or some people also call it bungalow.
Yeah, I think from the name as well, semi-detached, which mean half detached, and then detached, which mean you're separated from each other. So that is how we actually sometimes remember it as well. How we associate it with it as well.
The detached also is a standalone house. It doesn't adjoin with other units. Whereas the semi-D, 2 units attached together.
But your neighbors on the both side of your of the house, there's no neighbors attached to it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called
One is left
semi-D.
side. Yeah, semi-D is semi,
Yeah.
two semi, 2 houses. Yeah. From the house, from the screen, you can see the differences.
Yeah.
So the next one will be the real photo. This one is detached house. Then the next one will be the semi-detached. See, 2 units attached together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we move on to another type of landed houses. Okay, we go for these 3 types: terrace, link, and super link. From the screen, you can see there is not much difference. It's just an enlargement from here to here and here, right? A, B, C. Okay, so the
Small,
difference.
big, and biggest.
Yeah. No, biggest.
Biggest.
Yeah. So among these 3 types, terrace is the smallest. Yeah. Normally the differences is only in the size of the house. Yeah, as you can see.
Right. The size of the exact house is not because of the land. It's
No.
not because of anything else, but because
That's
of the house itself.
Yeah. It's like from super link, it shrink to link and shrink to terrace. Yeah, it's not the shrinking in the land.
Depending on your budget.
Yeah.
How much it need to be shrinked.
Okay. So the next one is the real photo. Yeah, this is the terrace house.
Okay, and then we'll show you the next link house.
Yeah, this is link house. And the next one will be the super link. See, super.
Yeah.
Super link. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the few types of the landed properties in that we can see the most common types in Sabah, and I believe this also we can see in other places as well.
Correct. It's actually all around the world, but they're using the same term. It's just how each country would look into it as well, right?
Yeah. And the last one of types of the landed house is the townhouse. Yeah, this is the townhouse. It's basically like when you see from the outside, right? You see there's 1 unit of house only, but it's actually maybe the upper floor and the lower floor belongs to a different owner. Yeah, this is called townhouse. They are sharing the same garage parking space. Normally, like a house like this, you can park 2 cars, but the owner of the both
two
cars,
different
two different owners. Yeah, so this is called townhouse.
It's good that if you have, your mother-in-law on the top floor, and then the son on different titles, right? But it's all in the family, all in the same house, but you have 2 different entrances, 2 different separate car parks, and then you have your own privacy, right?
Maybe this one we suggest to the related owners, because if you don't know the person who live upstairs or downstairs, it's not that easy to get along to share the same garage and to share the same maybe staircase.
You have to have a lot of understanding about from each other.
Correct. So the next photo will be the real photo of the townhouse. Yeah, this is the one. It looks exactly like normal terrace house, right? But it actually belongs to 2 different owners. Yeah. So now we move on. You have any question?
No, I don't have any question.
So we move on to the next type, which are the high-rise, flat apartment, condominiums, and also duplex. Yeah. So basically, a flat is a non-gated and non-guarded few stories. Normally, it's 5-story flat, walk-up residence. Yeah, with outdoor parking. There is no specific parking like the covered parking for you.
Right.
Yeah, and no facility like swimming pool or badminton court like that. Right. Yeah, this is called flat. Whereas the apartment is a gated and guarded, and also have facilities. And
Right.
normally they have lifts as well.
Okay.
Facilities like swimming pool, basketball court, and badminton. Maybe they have some badminton court, children playground, etc. And some they also provide you with a covered
Car park.
Car park, yeah.
Right.
So this is apartment. Whereas the condo is also the high-rise one. This is the flat example.
Yeah.
The real example of flat.
Like for flat, we just want to give some example to the audience as well. Flat in KK, you'll be able to find it, for example, like in Kapayan Ridge.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
In Kapayan Ridge. This one is exactly in
Kapayan Ridge, right? And then if you're talking about apartment, if we have the next slide in terms of the apartment.
This one is in Manggata, Angkasa apartment. Yeah, so you can see.
Yeah, there's some facilities. So why we want to do this is we want just to share some, show you the differences.
Yeah, because we have come across client also, actually they don't know what is the difference between flat and apartment.
That's
and
right.
also apartment and condo. Yeah, they don't know the differences. So they was wondering why the price has so much difference.
Yeah. So when it comes to condominium, you will Florence is going to share in terms of the condominium as well. What are they? Why they are called condominium as well?
A condominium normally has full range of facilities, including gyms. And maybe the pool has a wedding pool and jacuzzi, and they have like sauna. Some of the condominiums, they have sauna.
Right.
And they have a rooftop garden like this one, Skyview Residence. They have rooftop garden.
Right. So, and then in terms of the condominium as well, the facilities and the houses is the condo as well is actually at the higher range as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, the price will be higher than flat and also apartment. Yeah. And then their pools bigger than apartments.
Correct. You have the covered car park. The facilities actually itself is at the highest standard as well. So now that you have seen a flat and you have seen an apartment, now it's condominium. So we will show
the size also has differences. Some condos they have even more than 1,000 or 1,005 square feet, whereas apartment normally is less than 1,000 or just nice 1,100 like that. But above that will be normally is condominium already.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we're going to also show you the in terms of the penthouses and then the loft as well. Why are they so different? In terms of the name for it as well.
Penthouse is actually they refer to the top most unit on condominiums. Yeah.
Right.
So it's located at the same development, same blocks with the condo, but it's just that it's located at the very top floor.
So you get the best view, you get the best, the biggest size, and then you will still enjoy the facilities, but it's just that your unit is much more bigger. If there is a view, you will get the surround view of it as well.
And it's more to privacy because nobody walking up there. Because you are at the highest floor. Yeah, so no one will walk there. Then we listen to all the footsteps.
Right. Yeah. It's actually a prestige. It's a prestige.
Normally, like condo, right? Like this units maybe 1,002 square feet or 1,005.
Right.
But normally the penthouse will be double up. They take the space for 2 units of normal units, and it's become a penthouse. So it's become 3,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So it's bigger in size as well.
How I wish. Yeah.
You can do it this year, right? It's in your dream board, I believe.
Of course.
And whereas the duplex, from the word itself, duplex. Yeah. This is the sample of penthouse. And from the word duplex is double. Okay. So it's like it's like the condo. Normally condo is 1 unit like that, but duplex there's double.
So which means a condo on top of a condo.
Yeah,
with the staircase in between. Double-story condo.
Yeah, double-story condo. Yes. It can be in a normal condo or also duplex penthouse. Yeah, on the very top floor and double story.
Imagine having this duplex, and then looking at the sea and looking at Sabah sunset or KK sunset at 5:30.
Sunrise also nice.
Oh yes, absolutely. And then you can imagine the views of it, right? The view.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
Oh, okay.
No need to imagine. I've seen it before. Yeah, it's very nice and breathtaking.
Yes, the beautiful KK sunset.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's all about the types of residential properties that we can share today. And maybe we move on to the next type of property, which is commercial. I think.
Yes, commercial property, to put it quite easily for everybody to understand, is a property that you use for business activities and to generate profit. So that particular property actually earns you money. So that is why you call it commercial property. And then we will show you some of the example of commercial property as well. So first of all, one of the type of commercial property is like shop lot. Any type of shop lot, like for example in Kepayan or in Marketplace 88, those are called shop lots. Okay, so it's like 3 floors.
Plaza triple
Correct.
as well, right?
Yeah, maximum 3 floors, or it could be up to the 4 floors, but usually it's only 3 floors only, right? And then the next one, we call it the shop house. Shop houses are whereby the ground floor is actually shops, retails, and then people do their business at the bottom. However, the top part of the shops are actually people can stay. Okay, it's suitable for, and it is made for residential. But even though the whole titles is called commercial titles, right? And then we have the next one.
So it goes along with the name shop
houses. That's right. Shop houses. That's right. And then the next one is called Wisma. Why is it Wisma? Because Wisma is actually a standalone building. Okay. So in KK itself, we have a lot of Wisma. For example, Wisma Enterprise, Wisma Sabah. All right. Whereby in the Wisma itself, there's a lot of offices, and then there are maybe some retail, but it's a standalone building.
So it belongs to one particular company or individual?
That's right. It's either particular company or an individual who actually owns.
Let's say we have our PropNex here in KK. So if we have one day Wisma PropNex.
Absolutely.
So it belongs to PropNexKK, right?
Absolutely. So that is what we are aiming for. Agency leader.
Looking forward. The agency leader is watching. So take note.
We want a Wisma PropNex.
Yeah.
But however, for those Wisma, they always have their own land or they have their own space, and then it all belongs to them. Yeah. So that is why it's called Wisma. And then from Wisma, I want to show you is something called office tower. Office tower is exactly big offices, high rises, and then there's a lot of mainly for offices only. A good example is Plaza Shell. We have a Plaza Shell, right? And then inside the office, and then there's something called office, office lot or grade A office. So grade A office are those offices that is in the tower itself, and then it is actually very prestige offices, and then you can have all the grade A products inside as well.
What does it mean by grade A?
Grade A product is everything that is upmarket. Yeah, everything prestige, security. You're talking about security. You're talking about the infrastructure of the office lot. You're talking about the internet and all these things, right? So from the office tower, we move on to something called the shopping complex. Shopping complex is whereby there's a lot of retail and a lot of eateries, and then there's a lot of entertainment activities inside the shopping complex. Shopping complex, for example, like for this one is Surya Sabah Capital or shopping center, Surya Shopping Center. Okay, shopping mall. You can imagine in Surya, I'm sure everybody in KK has been to Surya. So inside Surya, you would have eateries, you would have retail, movie theater, of course, and then you have the kids playground, and then all the rest of the fashions and sports and everything else.
But I like the eateries over there. Yeah. When you reach the lower ground, right? Basically, is all the eateries you can.
That's right.
The Subway there, right?
Yes, that's right. So that is what we call shopping complex. Inside shopping complex is called retail outlets. So this is another type of commercial property. Retail outlets is more towards, for example, like Padini, Uniqlo. So these are the retail outlets, which is inside.
With brand already.
Correct.
Like H&M, is it?
Correct. Retail outlets, It even sports or
Adidas.
Correct. It's all inside the shopping complex. From the shopping complex, we move on to another type of commercial property is called hotels. Okay,
Everybody knows, right?
that's right. Everybody, but there are times where we think of hotel is just the word hotels, but we never thought of it as a commercial property in a sense. We always say, but in terms of the typing and classification, it's actually under commercial. So like for this one is high rise. It's called that we have it in KK, right? Hilton. And then from the hotel we move on to a resort. In KK we have like in Shangri-La. It's actually
Shangri-La, right?
Yeah, the Shangri-La in Tanjung Aru is actually large. A resort is a large piece of land. In the resort, you always would have a lot of activities that you'll be able to, for family, be able to enjoy. And then
I can tell.
Correct.
I've been there.
Huge acres. You get spa, you get eateries, you get pool. I mean, there's a lot of activities there in a resort itself that you can do. Like
and you can have very breathtaking sunset view from the sunset
from
bar.
this particular from this particular resort. Yes, you do. You can see the beautiful sunset. Okay. Right, and then it's only 10 minutes away to the national park, the island as well. Yeah, convenience. Right. The next one is called integrated mixed development. Integrated mixed development is whereby you have the retail, you have the offices, you have the residential, you have the theater, the everything. You have the shopping complex, you have the hotel. So those are what you call a integrated mixed development. Like for example, the integrated mixed development that we have here in KK is called Aeroport, right?
Aeroport, where our office is.
Yes, Aeroport. You have the commercial lot, as in the office and the retails. Okay. Today they just launched a new one called the Park, right? And then that is PARQ. So the next one we were told that they would launch the residential. The residential first, then they will go with service apartment, the hotels and everything all come together.
And they have mall as well, right? Future development.
Future development. So this is why we call it the integrated. So everything integrate among each other within this particular land, plot of land. From there onwards, I would want to share also. I think for the next one is the industrial. So this is another type of property, industrial. Why do we call it industrial? Is because it's large, okay, and then it's a warehouse, it's a factory. So that is why it's called industrial. It's heavy duty type of thing. It's a processing plant, manufacturing. Okay,
but basically industrial is also a commercial, right?
It's a commercial. It's a commercial site, but it's just a sub called industrial, and then it's just purely on heavy duty stuff. Right. With the example of industrial, I will show you some of the example of industrial that we have. It's like Link Factory. Why is it called Link? It's just like the houses. It's a residential. It's called Link Terrace, right?
But so this is factory.
This is factory. It's the same concept. From Link Factory, we can go to the semi-D factory, which means it's the semi-detached, just like residential as well. Same name, two property joined together, make it into one. It's called semi-detached factory or semi-detached warehouse if you want to. From there, we have a bungalow, one only on a plot of land. You have your own car park, you have your own space, you have your own loading bay. Everything is on your own, and then you are there on your own.
Oh, it's just like the residential, right?
Exactly the same description, but it's just a different usage. Different usage for it. And then the last one that we have is the warehouse. Warehouse here is like, for example, if you are a logistic company, you need to have a lot of space to house your equipment, to house your things that you need to forward to, the stocks, so that is why you need to have high ceiling and then flat ground, and then so that the forklift can go in, and then you'll be able to take your things out, everything be able to organize, and then everything is all serialized as well and numbered as well. So that is why you call it a warehouse. It's just a gigantic building.
I always thought factory and warehouse is similar, but now I understand it's so much different.
A lot of difference. So commercial and industrial and residential, as you can see, there's so many different types. Even though the names are the same, but the usage are a little bit different.
So much different.
So for the next topic, we want to go is to land.
Yeah.
Why we go? I think why we go into this as well in Sabah is a little bit different, right?
Yeah. Actually, land is also falls under commercial, but there are our Sabahan. Normally, we use Sabah Land Ordinance for Sabah, like
Right.
something like ordinance or act. So there are different ordinance that the main land law governing the land ownership and the tenure.
Right.
For Peninsula, for Sabah and Sarawak,
Right.
they have their own law.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
So in Sabah, we focus in Sabah. We have Sabah Land Ordinance.
Right.
Yeah. So these are the few types of property titles in Sabah and actually in Malaysia. I just give roughly the types like freehold, leasehold, Bumiputra or Malay Reserve. Basically, these are the three main types. But in Sabah, we don't have freehold.
That's right. Yeah.
From the word itself, free, right? So it's like infinity. There is no
end to it.
End to it. Yeah. So it's free, but we don't have this in Sabah. So basically, under the leasehold, we have in Sabah. So under the leasehold, we have 5 others like country lease, CL, town lease, TL, provisional lease, native title, and also the field register. Yeah. So for the leasehold, it's actually the transfer, the process is from the seller to the buyer is lengthy.
Right, right.
The consent from the state federal government is required. There is a consent needed for the leasehold, whereas for the freehold in Peninsula, they don't need that.
Right. Yeah. So that is the big difference.
Yeah, that is the big difference. Yeah.
Right.
So under the CL, right? Under the CL, CL is a lease of land outside the boundaries of a town. Outside the boundaries of a town. So whereas for the town lease, right, is a land within the boundaries of the town. Yeah, from the word itself, town lease.
Right.
So within the boundaries of the town, but outside is called a country lease. Yeah. So for the provisional lease is actually the lease is issued during the British colonial time. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I heard as well.
Yeah, British colonial
time. Yeah.
Sorry.
And the provisional also during that time, during the British governing time, is actually that they sort of like assign, right?
So for this one, there is a need to do a resurvey. Yeah, and most probably this PL will turn into CL.
Yeah.
And for the native title, from the word itself, native, like me, I'm a Bumiputra, I'm a native, original native Bumiputra in Sabah. Yeah. So the title is only belongs to the native, the original native. So can only be owned by natives.
Right.
Like Chinese, normally they cannot buy this type of land. Yeah, Chinese they cannot buy, but I think Isabelle can because she is not 100% pure Chinese. She is a mix with native, so she can buy this type of land.
That's right.
So next one we move to the field register. Field register is a title by the natives classified under NT as well. Because it also requires to be resurveyed.
I see. This is something new. I only know that the provisional lease is the one that needs to be resurveyed.
Yeah, provisional and also field register. But provisional lease, when you do the resurvey, most probably it will turn into CL.
Right.
And the field register, when you do the resurvey, most probably it will turn into the native title.
Okay. Yeah. That is the difference.
Actually there is a lot more issue or terms that we can learn when we dig deeper into the land. But today what we do here is only sharing about types of property. So these are the types of land title.
Right.
But don't forget we have another 3 types of title.
Right.
Which master title, individual title, and also strata title. Like normally when developer, right, they have a land, they purchase the land, they want to do a development.
Right.
So before they can convert to individual or strata title, they always have one piece of title. It is called master title. That is why when you purchase a house from a developer, there will not have a title for that house for you yet, but it is falls under the master title first.
Right. It's just like when you have a piece of cake. Before you divide it, it's called master.
Master cake.
So after you're about to, when you cut it out, it's going to be strata or individuals, right? Yeah.
So when you put one slice like this, it's individual cake. But if you put layer like this,
layers,
it's strata cake. Yeah, easier to understand. Yeah, actually, individual is the title for landed properties.
Right.
Yeah, for the landed properties like house, and it also can be commercial like shop. Yeah, but it is landed for the landed properties.
That's right. Yeah. And then strata title is more towards
more
high
towards
rise, right?
Yeah.
High-rise.
Either it's a house or shops, but for high rise. But this is the simplest explanation, simplest definition for this type of title.
Yes, yes. And then I think from here onwards, we'll be able to see also, and then we'll be able to learn also. Those that who wants to learn and then want more information, you can PM us. And then we'll be able to give you some comment as well, and then we'll be able to give you more information. So if you have any question, you can come back to us, and then we'll be able to answer your questions. And then if you need some clarification as well, we'll be able to answer you as well.
Yeah. So or maybe what we have explained is not clear enough, so you need us to repeat. Yeah, please do comment, and we will repeat it for you.
Excellent. So I hope you did get some information from our sharing today, and then it is a
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, it is something nice and simple for everybody to understand in a way that it's
Kenneth.
I should say is daily language. We don't want to go into so much details in a way that you would not understand at the end of the day. Our objective is to give you more information about.
Actually, we learn together. If you ask question, right, it's actually you get information, and we get to learn more
from you as well.
From you as well. Thank you, Patsy.
Yeah. So anyhow, thank you very much for joining us. For those audience that are here with us throughout these 45 minutes, we are very happy.
Thank you, Grace.
Yeah, that you're here with us and then be able to connect with us as well.
Thank you, Philo, our agency leader.
Yes. So we're gonna have Wisma PropNex
about the Wisma
PropNex. But anyhow, join us again for next week. We will come up with another topic, and
we haven't discussed about the topic yet. It come out like maybe a day before or two.
So join us next week, and then we will keep you up to date as well if what is happening around as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amy.
Have a nice evening. Have a nice evening, everyone. Cheers.
Stay safe. Good night.
See you. Bye bye.
See you next week. Bye bye.